And joining us right now is the CEO of the American Jewish Committee, Ted Deutch, the former congressman from Florida. Congressman, thank you for being here. What more can you tell us about what happened last night? I'm sure you've had no sleep.
There is an ongoing investigation, obviously, and what happened last night was a horrific tragedy. What happened last night is a reminder that words have consequences. It's a reminder that anti-Semitism left unchecked can turn violent. And when, quite frankly, Kate, when people dress like terrorists, use the slogans of terrorists, and think that there won't be these kinds of consequences, last night reminds us why it's so important for us to fight back against anti-Semitism and the kind of rhetoric, the kind of vicious anti-Semitic, anti-Israel rhetoric that puts people's lives at risk, and that last night, horrifically, actually took two incredible people from our earth. Sarah and Yaron are people that I knew, people that AJC worked very closely with. Yaron is Israeli, who's looking forward to going back to Israel to celebrate the holidays with his family, and Sarah, an American Jew from the Midwest who was working at the embassy. This is a tragedy, an enormous tragedy, but also it's got to be a call to action.
I didn't appreciate that you knew them personally. The Israeli ambassador said that they were about to be engaged, Congressman.
Look, the picture that's making the rounds on social media of the two of them is a picture that I think everyone needs to look at. This is not just about fighting anti-Semitism. This is about America and the world and the kind of world that we want to live in, and whether we're prepared to simply tolerate the kind of horrific anti-Semitism and incitement that leads to violence and the murder of incredible people like Yaron and Sarah. That's what we all have to fight against. And it's not just the Jewish community. Our community is resilient, Kate. We will stand up. We will be proud. We will fight back. It's the people across the country and the world, so many of whom have reached out to offer support. It's all of them who need to stand together against anti-Semitism, whether they're a college professor or a doctor. We cannot just allow anti-Semitism to go unchecked, because when it does, it leads to the kind of awful, horrific violence that we saw last night, and that is obviously affecting me and AJC and the entire Jewish community around the world, who feels very, very much at risk and is reminded why this is such a fraught moment for our community.
And we all should be affected by it. If not, then that's part of the problem. I mean, talk about what the event was about. I've heard that it was an interfaith event. I mean, it almost seems all the more shocking because of what this event that you were hosting was entirely about.
Yeah, it was an event for our young leaders. It's an event that brings together young people, Jewish and non-Jewish, young diplomats from across the Washington area, to focus on ways to work together, to learn from one another. Last night's session was on humanitarian diplomacy. The idea of how to work together to bring about peace and a better world. That's what had just ended when this murder came and gunned down Sarah and Yaron. And you're right. Anti-Semitism never just affects the Jewish community. We've been saying this over and over, and last night is a reminder. It affects our entire community. This happened in our nation's capital, and the Trump administration and Mayor Bowser and her team and the police and everyone has responded so remarkably well and powerfully. But if this can happen in Washington, this kind of brutal attack on the Jewish community, it represents an attack as well on our society, on the kind of country we want to live in. That's what this was about. And you're right, last night's event should have sent people home feeling hopeful, feeling that there is a brighter future ahead for all of us. And instead, we're reminded again of the awful reality that we live in still.
Yeah. And for Sarah and Yaron, may their memory be a blessing. Congressman, thank you for your time.